One. Uh-oh. Just one. One.
Baseball is a game where it's a 90-10 game. You know, it's 90% a mental game and 10% of it is your ability. And if you can learn how to get over that hurdle of that 90% and let your 10% take over and do what it's supposed to do, you're going to have a lot of success.
Honestly, there's many other athletes out there that have struggled publicly with this stuff. I mean, it's just, I feel like the best way to teach people that this is an okay thing to do is to have real world examples and, you know, first person accounts of, you know, I went through this, it's gonna be all right. It weighed on me a little bit because obviously I knew people in high school, they knew me, and I played varsity baseball my freshman year, so obviously there was a lot of expectations and I didn't want to let anybody down. So I just kind of kept to myself. I didn't really branch out anything like that, and it just kind of got to me.
Jack, when he was a freshman, he was kind of quiet. You could tell that when you'd put him in some pressure situations that he was trying too hard.
Freshman year, I was a sophomore, and you can tell he was like skittish. Like, I've known him for like over a decade now, and he was more outgoing, upbeat, and like once it got to freshman year, I could tell something was a little off.
Ultimately, I think that's what we want as parents, is you want your children to succeed. So it's definitely a struggle to see them in a situation where they are not doing the best that you know that they can.
The little things that got me down were just stuff that I couldn't control.
I think obviously with any situations where you have anxiety and depression and stuff like that, or the anxiety I think is more of the piece that triggered the depression, right? Is like, how do I cope with this, right? So I think that was where he really struggled his freshman year.
So I said it's time I get something off my chest. Since last spring I've been battling with depression and anxiety. Not many people knew about it because I thought it'd make me weak talking about that stuff, and reaching out to somebody saved my life, and I ended it with you're not alone. A lot more people did see it. I was a little nervous about it, but I mean, I just wanted to make a difference and get that out there.
Now that he's acknowledged that that he was having some mental health issues and that he's faced it, you could see he's come out of his shell.
Definitely, I think it's the confidence in being able to stand up for himself and just doing the right things, right? Like, not getting frustrated with things that don't go your way, knowing that, hey, this is just, you know, one of these little setbacks that, okay, like, try again, right? I'm gonna have to go around, do something different.
Definitely this year, I've definitely seen Jack like be a little bit more like outgoing, like encouragement, not afraid to make a mistake. Like, he's a leader now, not underclassmen.
He decided he wasn't gonna go out for basketball this year, and he did the play. Found a whole new set, the musical I should say, found a whole new set of friends. He actually had one of the lead roles in the musical. Never heard him sing a day in his life, and he had a solo, so it's pretty amazing to see him like being able to grow and develop into the person that he wants to be. And I think that's actually really transitioned into baseball too. It's helped him become more relaxed and not have to have so much putting as much pressure on himself.
You hear it all the time that mental health and struggles with it can affect anyone. Like, there's no type, but even with that knowledge, like I said, some people can hide it really well. And when you think about someone that's a varsity athlete and he's got good grades and he seems to have everything going for him, supportive family, a lot of friends, you think, oh, his life is, you know, it's on a nice smooth path, he's organized, he's got everything going for him. And it's just a reminder that anyone can have those struggles. And it reminds me of that, for one, but two, that it's also great that someone in that role model position is willing to speak about it openly. Because I think a lot of people just assume it's I don't know, I wouldn't say it's shameful because we are getting better as a society about it, but still there is like this stereotype of who it impacts, and here you have someone that most people wouldn't think had these struggles, and he's being very open.
To be able to get through those hardships, you know, that makes me and Kelly feel very proud. Like, hey, we actually did this parenting thing right. You know, when you become parents, they don't give you a manual, so it's good to get that feedback too, as you know. And just like everything with life, you know, it's always a growth experience.
This year I took over the CHS Cares Club, which is about mental health awareness and also suicide prevention. And knowing him and what he's been through is always, I think, helpful in getting more people to join and be aware that there's no shame in it. And that's taught me that I can, you know, be very blunt with students if I'm worried. We don't need to, you know, skate around an issue if I think they're struggling. I can just say, how's your mental health? And I think a lot more people have become more open about their struggles. And so, yeah, I really appreciate that he did that.
He's really taught me to be like, so like when I'm on the mound, I get like tensed up or like worry a little bit, and it's like he's taught me to like just flush it, like keep your composure, you'll be all right. And it's really to help me out here, but also like in the classroom and stuff. Like if I do bad, it's all right, you just gotta move on. Practice is never as good when he's like not here.
The thing that he's taught us is we're not gonna all get it right the first time, right? You're not gonna get it right every time. It's like just keep on, like have a goal, have a plan, and keep working towards it, right? Even as an adult, you know, it's something to look at and see like, okay, things aren't working here, what can we do to make things better and go forward, right?
I wish somebody would have told me that your freshman year, I mean, the only person that's really gonna remember exactly what you do is you. So just go out and play baseball, because if you try too hard and aren't yourself out on the baseball field, it just makes everything a whole lot worse. There's kids out there that need to hear that, and that need to, it's just, even if they don't come and say, hey Jack, you helped me and stuff like that, I just know there's people out there that has helped, and that just, it's just incredible.